That's going
And
into like the next question, like
mm,
the state of rap right now, just with rap, but like with reggae, like do you have any artists in reggae that kind of stand out to you that even if they're not like super known, that kind of stand out? Because that's a scene that a lot of people, if unless you specifically listen to reggae, you kind of just hear the
yeah.
mainstream ones, you know what I mean?
See, that's the thing. It's not when you say reggae. Reggae is kind of different. Reggae to me is Bob Marley,
Okay.
Peter Tosh, the Barry Simmons. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Buju. You know, like, but in certain ways, Buju. But dancehall is what's really going on right now, and dancehall would be like hip hop would be to like R&B or whatever. But
Okay. Okay.
dancehall, right now to say dancehall, I don't know. It's a little violent. You know what I mean? A lot of the
Mm-hmm.
songs, especially even with hip hop is the same way. It's real violent, and a lot of those songs is not going to be around to stand the test of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not. There's not any Bob Marleys anymore. There's not any.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not those people that singing loving songs. It's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
just pure gun song on Ray Ray Ray, and it's
And you
like
see
I
how
don't know,
that's affecting a lot of the youth now. They're
right?
kind of like they're
It,
emulating
it,
that.
it definitely it definitely takes away from the music. With mine, I'm trying to get back to the essence of uh, good music. Just vibes
Mm-hmm.
music. You see, Afrobeats.
Yep.
Afrobeats is passing dancehall in a way because Afrobeats is about love, and there's a lot of
Yeah.
songs about unity, and there's songs about this and song about that. It's not all about just bad man thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it kind of
Yep.
I feel that that's the reason why it's taken off like it has, and the dancehall genre is pretty much just staying within the island and Florida and little spots where dancehall can play. But you
Yeah.
want dancehall to play everywhere.
Everywhere. Yep.
You want your
Yep.
songs to play everywhere. You want your song to be in Spain and UK, and you fly out Australia. People don't want a vibe that you bring that's negative.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They want a positive vibe. People come and enjoy themselves, and well, that's
Yeah.
just what I'm feeling, and that's what the vibe I feel. I mean, people to just enjoy themselves.
Yeah, and I think that's something that we're losing across the board. Like I talked to a lot of artists, a lot of production down to like typical artists, directors, musicians, and a lot of them saying the same thing. We're kind of like this generation has lost not the quality, but they got a lot of quantity, a lot of different artists, people that do the same kind of sound. Um,
Yeah,
but there's very few artists that have good quality, and then
yeah.
for them to
So, well,
be like the test of time, like you said,
true, true.
like yeah.
All right, so not all of them I'm gonna say are bad, but
No,
like
of course.
there's your Kendrick,
Yep. Yep.
there's J Cole.
J.
I
Cole.
love
Yep.
J. Now he reminds me of a new Nas,
Mm-hmm.
type flow and cadence, and
Yep.
they're missing some of them. Just think it's about jumping on a song and saying who died and
Mm-hmm.
whatever. It's like, and it's too much sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dial it back, make different songs. You know what I mean? You can't
Yeah.
have one whole album. You killing people.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. It's just about shoot them, kill them,
The
and then it's
whole,
like,
the
okay,
whole
well,
album. The
yeah,
whole
like
album.
the
The
whole
whole
out. Like,
album.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. There's a time and place for that. DMX for years. That's he would get you amped, but he had stories that he was telling you in that as well. It wasn't just him talking about killing everybody. It was about like defiance. It was about like acceptance. It was about protection. It was a whole bunch of different stories that he was relaying. A lot of times now, what I see, a lot of the artists, it's kind of like you have one temperament, and I think once they saw that one person maybe made some money from it, they just continue, and it's like you're not really telling us anything, and that's the difference
Right.
between like a rapper and like a lyricist. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's no
So
substance.
there's no
Where's the
substance.
substance? You have to put some type of substance there.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Um, so I know we talked off camera. You're entrepreneur, you're actor. You're an artist. You know, all around good guy. I've known you for years. Um, you know, if you weren't a rapper, um, or a reggae artist, what would you be doing? Like, what would you be doing in terms of like living and work?
You know, as a kid, I always said, you know, my my parents told me that I said I was going to be a singing doctor. So, so you know, I think my time of being a doctor is up. But you know, I probably still be an entrepreneur. I probably still have my own business, some type
Okay.
of business, doing you know, anything that came to my mind. I've always like somewhat of a hustler, and I always like to
Hmm.
work hard. So it's like um, working hard
Hmm.
for myself is much better than working hard for other people. So
Yeah, yeah. I think everybody that has that like that ambition, they always want to. People that kind of like dictate what you do. You know, not having to work for anyone that you got to get up and do. And then it's like, you know, also
exactly.
being an artist, it's very hard. And this is the same thing I was talking to my last guest about. It's very hard to create a living doing your art form and actually
Right,
not get so sucked in that it's like a job. You know what I mean? If you lose it.
right, exactly, exactly.
So you know, kudos to you. You've done. I've seen a lot of different things. You know, concerts you've been a part of, shows you've been a
Yeah, just
part of.
opened up TI Live at Five, Stanford.
Yeah, yeah,
That was
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
How was that? Like, explain to the guests and stuff. How was that experience? Like, how was the first time you did it? You know,
Yeah,
what's the vibe?
you know, the first time they brought me out last year as a feature, I did like you know maybe probably like 5 minutes worth of a show, and it
Hmm.
was you know two songs really quick, popped them out. But I think the response that I got from my crowd, you know, that was big. So when I put my hat in the ring for this year,
Hmm.
they were all about it, and Ti's team picked me. And you know, I went out there and gave the people a show. I brought my dancers, I brought my
Hmm.
backup singers, you know, my band. Shout out to Southwind Social, you know, big up
Okay,
Southwind Social. And yeah, we rocked it, we killed it.
that's
So
what's up.
50 minutes straight through, you know. My buddy Jahan Nostra, he was the one that helped me out with that, and I brought him out, you know, and I brought out Timel. That's
Okay.
Rakham's son. I don't know if you guys know Timel, but
No, no, no. But that's
yeah,
you know that's what's up. So
yeah.
it's
Shout out to my
that's the
boy
other
Billionaire
part.
Beats, you know. Yeah, so it was a really my boy Fats. I brought him out for one song, you know what I mean.
Okay.
It was really nice. It was really nice, and I got to do for the hometown, so
Hmm.
that was even the best thing about it.
And it's
Yeah.
good. It's cool. Like you now that you've done it, and now you can see like you're giving back. You're getting other people involved. I
Oh
guarantee a lot
yeah.
of the guys that are coming up now, and you giving them that exposure, that experience. They're gonna look
Yeah.
back and they'll be on a show like this at some point and say, you know, when I was with Oliver Groove and like he gave me this, I didn't see that. I wasn't
Yeah, yeah.
expecting. You know what I mean?
It,
So
it was really good for the whole culture, even in just the town. You know,
mhm.
I feel it was a win for even for everybody in the town. Shout out to Jamaican Park. Shout out to Eastside LES. Yeah,
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Dog
I
Pound,
love.
R.I.P. Dog Pound,
I love hearing
our
like
people.
you know success story. Yeah, I mean, like shout them. That's what it's about. Let
Yeah,
them know. Let people know about who you're involved with. You know the teams that you work with. You know the types of works that you do. Like coming
yeah,
up, the studios you work at, things like that.
yeah.
So
Well,
yeah, go on.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no,
No,
no, go
go
on.
ahead.
No, it's you.
A lot of people, you know. All my boys down at Ursula Place, Jamrock Studios, Vibes, Rallo, Fire S, Henny, you know, all my
Okay.
peoples that my boy B, um, Jolo, just a lot of heads that, you know, we always click. It's just, you know, it was a thing. So as of late though, on my last song, like Check Your Flex, I worked with Breakfast in Vegas, you
Okay.
know, um,
That's pretty. That's doing pretty good on the radio, though, right?
you know, right now it's almost I think it's like 600,000,
Hmm.
600,000 on for the video, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's been on the radio a few times. Bobby Condes and Jabba played it, you know, a few
Hmm.
times pulling it up. It was nice.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. I seen it.
it's a good
I seen a
feeling.
couple of that's what I mean, man. It's like it's crazy when you know we talk and I seen like how it's different when you just see somebody on, and then you kind of see the grind and you see them make it. Like, you know what I mean? It's totally a totally different experience. So I like to like always reach out to people like you and like other artists that kind of they can kind of get the idea of what the work goes into the end, you know, the end goal. The end goal is like you get on the radio, and then you got like I seen you on interviews, on the radio. I heard your stuff on the radio before, obviously on iTunes and stuff like that. Download the album, I always support. So it's a good feeling. It's always a blessing to see people's success, you know. So that's I love seeing that. Do you plan on continuing to make music? Even, you know, you have some future endeavors that you said you were talking about.
Well, right now I'm focusing on, you know, all the live shows. I'm getting the band ready. We want to attach ourselves to a tour pretty much coming up soon, so that'll be the next step. But all them festivals 2023, you know, it's going to be open, so it's a big move on that end. I have a new single that's dropping November. You know, the live album. I'm trying to put out a live album. I just want to get back to the essence of music, just like good music, and not having to depend on, you know, a sample or that board and, you know, auto tune. Just, you know, pure vibes, pure music, back to the essence. You know, that's what's up. Drum and the guitar.
I love it. I love it.
Real big thing.
I saw the thing said, go and push the flex, girl, the dog get. They say boom, I saw the thing said, go and push the flex, get where the dog get. Fuck around, what you're balling from.